TvT week 23, we're playing Kickbar from Rush Trade. It's a Headhunter week this week with Cows and Murph being the main threats. You've also got Inuit and Fireball that can do splash damage. We didn't go Lightning Bolt, but Lightning Bolt takes a good chunk of the new kid as well. We'll start with Murph behind the new kid. Right, so they've dropped some, so he can be stun locked by Murph, although we are going to have to take a blast first. And my opponent drops his own Murph. Not got a lot to block that with, so we're going to put the Kyle down once he uses his Sun Blast. Now we need to quickly try and kill that. He tries to dar the Sun, that fails. That was a mistake on his behalf. And now Ike is blocking Murph, but not for long. Murph will then lock onto Kyle once he's done there. So we've dropped our Archangel to slow everyone down, and looks like he's dropped his own Kyle. So we've got a bit of the same cards going on here. As you can see, my Scuzz only level 5, so he's a bit weaker, but we should be fine. So we'll drop Rats now to try and finish Murph off. He's dropped his Scout, which is going to gain him some energy against my Scuzzlebutt. So there we go, we'll just hit the heal, we should get the second bar, yeah, so Rat's failing to protect the second bar. We've still got Scuzz alive and well, and Kyle alive and well, so we'll finish those Rats off, and now Kyle will lock onto Archangel and should take him down. Here come the cows, so we'll counter that with our own, see if we can get the blast off before Kyle dies. Yes we do, for a bit of bonus damage. His cows might take a bar, but mine will definitely win the game here unless he fireballs them. So yeah, drops some, too little, too late, good game. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So we're against 4PDA 2.0, that's a name I can't pronounce because I don't speak what presumably Russian script. Right, so we can start with our Scout, but we're not going to play him dead center because if our opponent plays cows, it will just die. Opponent started with Archangel behind his new kid. He drops his Scout, but he fails to do the assassin trick, so mine gets a hit in before he gets killed, which is good, so we get that energy gain. So I've got Scuzz behind the new kid now. We're going to bring the fight to our side of the battlefield. He's dropped his own Scuzz. We'll get our Sun out there who can deal with the Archangel. We can also drop our own Archangel once he's safely locked onto Scuzzlebutt. So yeah, we'll drop that there. So drop my own, and unfortunately, right as I'm doing that, he drops a Sun. So the Sun is going to cause us a problem. So we'll see if we can dar. Unfortunately, he fireballs it before I can dar it. So I don't do that. Instead, I'm just going to try and finish off Sun with Murph, and Murph now presenting a threat. So there are the Rats. So they're going to try and do a lot of damage to Murph, so what I'm going to do is hit the thing to charge away from them and then drop cows who will take out all of the Rats. And as you can see, my Scuzz is about to die, so if Scuzz dies, then cows and Murph will get the boost. So we drop a heal now, which is keeping my cows alive even though he's dropped his own. Murph knocked back onto the new kid. One of my cows dies in the blast, but as you can see, Scuzz is about to die. He will give his boost to the cows, but cows and Murph have already finished off my opponent's new kid. So again, good game, nice easy victory for us. Alright, let's look at the next game. Okay, we're fighting an opponent I can't pronounce with a team name that's just a bunch of letters. No point reading that out. Okay, so we've got Scout if we want to start with. We've got cows as well if we need them. So he drops his own Scout, so we'll just use the assassin trick to counter it. Unfortunately, his Scout does get a hit in on mine, but mine gets the kill. Okay, so we can drop Murph behind the new kid. He will be our primary threat now, and we'll try and build a push around him. So he drops his Scuzz, so Scuzz can't block Murph. Murph can just charge straight onto the new kid and start getting some damage in. So he's dropped his Kyle, so we'll put a Kyle of our own behind. Now it looks like he's dropped something behind his new kid I can't see, but that's set up a nice little fireball for me. Whatever's on the other side has survived, so that looks like it is a Medusa. I kind of mistimed that slightly. I'll see if I can dar him, do that successfully. So Murph's still alive, still presenting a threat. This time he's going to charge and finish off the Medusa, which is good, and then he's right next to the new kid. So he fireballs, but Murph has dived out of the way, and Murph will now lock onto the new kid and just carry on doing that damage. I've got Inuit here we can use to take out the Archangel. So I'm going to wait for the blast. I'm going to drop cows who will deal with the Rats. We'll drop the Inuit to take out the Archangel and do some bonus damage. Cows will get us the kill here. Nothing my opponents can really do about that. There we go, another good game. So that was an easy 1-1-4 for week 23. GG's to my opponents. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.